Welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to take a look at Community Report 92 for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This was published on the 12th of February 2024, and it's nice and short, mainly focusing on buildings, so we might as well jump straight in. It says, "Greetings dear comrades of the Soviet Republic and fans of our game worldwide. As we wave goodbye to the first month of the year and the winter season gradually recedes, we are filled with anticipation for spring and the fresh development that will usher in for our games community." And moving down, it says, "While recent reports have seemed light on groundbreaking news, our commitment to enriching the game remains unwavering. We are continually working on adding building variations, enhancing existing models, and addressing many reported issues as possible." So I'm not going to go to the picture, we'll just go straight down to the next paragraph. It says, "In this update, we are excited to showcase our new large hospital. This is not your typical medical facility. It's significantly larger and more resource intensive than the standard hospital, equipped with 24 slots for medical emergency vehicles and boasting 2 heliports atop its structure." So does it come in? So it's actually got 2 heliports on the top. That could be interesting. I think what we'll do is just take a quick look through the pictures. Gonna have to test this. Yeah, it's actually got heliports on the roof. That's certainly going to reduce the profile, because one of the problems at the moment is that you have to attach heliports to the hospital, but it still takes up internal spaces. And then what we got here, looks like we got a bit more profile and entrance moving in with a ambulance coming in. That's pretty cool actually. And then the next one is a kind of angled view down on the ambulance parking with there. It's a big building though. And then, here's the one that's going to be more interesting. Yeah, so you can see here it's going to take 90 staff, 90 doctors, and it's got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It's got 22 slots for things with 2 helicopter porters. The only question I would say is whether you could still extend it and say put 4 helicopters on if it's still got the heliport connections. But I do like this, the idea that you got the 2 heliports on the roof, because it does make it a lot more integrated and in many ways a lot more realistic, because I think many hospitals around the world, and I certainly know in the UK, have rooftop heli landing points. And one thing I will kind of say is this is more of a late game building when you're getting a bit of an urban sprawl, and rather than building lots and lots of small clinics, because hospitals only have a range. If you've got some helicopters on the roof, that increases the range of your hospital. Also, opens up the possibility, and I know this is a bit of a speculation, building one of these in a large urban area. So if you can hook it into, say, a metro system, that strengthens the case to actually have a metro system in the city, because you can bring your patients or your walking wounded to the hospital and still have the ambulance cover and the added benefit of the helicopters. I'm looking forward to that. I'll say it's going to be very much late game. Oh, these guys, the devs have set me another trap again. It says the hospital is modelled after the University Hospital of Le Pasteur in Košice, Slovakia. I could never pronounce that. Apologies, guys. A fact you can verify in Wikipedia. It's designed to serve the most populous cities in our republic. So these are actually real pictures of the hospital up front there. That's pretty awesome, actually. And I think I certainly would like to build that. I mean, if I was still doing my 7 Crosses series, I built a large urban area with a metro system, and I think that would fit fantastically with that, especially if you put a tram stop outside as well, so your workers and, well, your population would have an option of using the metro or trams to get to it. So moving down, it says, "Additionally, we have upgraded some other buildings, enhancing their appearance and detail, better integrate them into the game aesthetic. First pictures show new models for electronics components factory. Second, the new model for prefab panel factory, and the last, a picture of a new sawmill." So this is the electronics factory. Yeah, I think it's got a little bit more detail, especially on the roof. And we'll just move down. This is the, what was it, cement factory, wasn't it? No, panel factory, isn't it? Sorry. So it looks also like the conveyor connectors kind of been given a little bit more detail as well. And I must admit, the in-game sawmill, which is this thing, did look a bit flat. So it looks like almost like they put a corrugated iron roof or some form of corrugated roof. Maybe the roof isn't corrugated iron, but the shed alongside is. That's pretty awesome, actually. I quite like that. says, and then what we got here, there's also, we have a small milestone to celebrate. Last week we hit a new all-time peak on Steam with over 4,000 players enjoying the game simultaneously, a feat not achieved since our early access launch. This achievement is a testament to the game's growing appeal, and we extend our gratitude to our publishers Heliports for their role in expanding our player base. Yeah, so it says, so 24 hour 11 minutes ago. So this is a profile that you can actually, anyone can get in Steam. I'll just open it up so you can see it, and what you can do is do all sorts of stats, and it tells you how many people were playing at the time when this film was done. It says the 24-hour peak, and then it says the all-time peak here. Yeah, I'm glad that the game is developing, because I think it's just got so much potential. So I think the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic has still got a lot of potential to expand and grow. Right, so just moving down to the last paragraph, it says, it is true that we advance along our development roadmap, and the nature of our update has evolved. The time of frequent feature-packed reports may be diminishing as we approach the final release. However, the reaching this milestone does not spell out the end of the development and updates. It merely shifts the focus of our communications. I think this is reflective. I mean, I know from my own personal experience, when a piece of software is reaching the end of a cycle, which of course Workers and Resources is, because it is coming up to its major release date, there becomes a bit more reluctance, and for very good reasons, not to start adding major new features, because the key is to try and get the game stable and just add features to improve the overall effect. Trying to go for a major functional change at a very late stage in a game is a very high risk strategy. I think many gamers don't understand that, is that their small change, which they think could be done very quickly, it may not necessarily be a small change once you start looking at the way the code is written. And that is part of the crucial process, that when developers are looking at what to add, it's not how good the feature is and all that, it's how much effort and time is got to be put in just to make that small change, and more importantly to retest it, because you can always guarantee that, and you take the development time, you can almost double or triple the testing time. And there's always a risk that when even the smallest change can introduce instability into the overall game. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that too much. It says, rest assured that this is not our last report. There are still updates and news to share, if they might not carry the same excitement as they were in the early days of development. It's our next update. Stay safe and cherish and enjoy the game. Yep, I could quite understand that, Salman. I think we're going to, a lot more of these reports are going to be looking at buildings, possibly some quality of life improvements as well. But I think we have to be realistic as a community. We're not going to get any major functional changes now until the game hits full release. And of course, the devs are going to obviously being cautious about giving any real hint when that actually will happen. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed this. It's a very short video. Hope you found it interesting. Any comments, opinions, and any comment about maybe things that you would like to see changed, not functionally, but maybe from building types, maybe building sizes, something like that. Feel free to chuck it in the comments. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.